Today, I'm gonna show you how to take a picture like this of a chocolate bunny and turn it into a 3D model and ultimately a 3D print of a chocolate bunny in 3 easy steps. My name's Jim, and this is The Edge of Tech. I'm here in the Edge of Tech studio, proudly powered by STL Flix. They're like the Netflix of 3D printing, and now they offer filament. If you want to check them out, there's a link in the description below. So I know that AI and 3D printing and pretty much every other genre of making is a very hot topic. But I also know that it's probably the future. And that's why I want to show you an experimental tool that Bambu Lab has in their Maker Lab, and it's called the Image to 3D Model tool. It allows you to turn a picture into a 3D model using their AI. Let's check it out. First, we want to go to Bambu Lab's Maker Lab. Then you want to scroll down and find the Image to 3D Model module. When you're in there, you're going to see all the previous things you've tried, but what we want to do is click on the center and then open up the picture or the image that you're going to be using for this module. Once it's open, click that Generate button and we'll move on to the next step. Once it's done, you'll see that the model actually generated in the center of the screen. I'm going to minimize the ones I've already done, and then you can kind of spin the model around. You can check it out. There's not a ton you can do to these yet, but you can kind of look at every angle and see what you think. I think it did a pretty decent job of replicating the model and creating a 3D model out of that picture of the chocolate bunny. But yeah, once you're done spinning it around and checking it out, you can look at the mesh. By going up to the top and then clicking the mesh button. This is what the 3D print will actually look like. You do lose quite a bit of texture, but it still looks pretty good. I kind of wish that they would leave that texture in there when it went to the mesh, but that's okay. Now you want to export it, and you're going to click on that export button and wait. Okay, once it's done, you'll see in the center here that it's going to cost us 2 credits to do this. You can get more by clicking this link here. Otherwise, just hit confirm, and it's going to allow you to download. Now, if you're going to use this for commercial use like this video or anything else, you want to copy that part right in the center there and paste it in your video or your social media. Otherwise, just hit that download button, and now we move on to the next step. Now you want to open up Bambu Studio and create a new project, and then go ahead and add the model that you downloaded. In my case, it'll be the chocolate bunny. I'll go grab it. It downloads as an OBJ file. When it comes in, you're going to see like a whole list of filaments that you can use. I am going to change this to 1, which is fine with me, but I'm only going to use 1 color brown. That's why. So you see here, you'll see the model in the center of the bed. And I'm going to go ahead and delete all of these other filament paths because we don't need them. And in my printer, I really only just have chocolate loaded in number 1. So that's what we're going to do. I told it what filament we're going to use. I'm going to look at the model. It looks fine. And then I'm going to go up and make sure that I auto-orientate it. I always do that with my models. I don't know. I figure the slicer knows best, so why not? It didn't change, so I just double-checked. It didn't change, so I guess it's already in there the best way it wants to be. And now we can just make sure our settings are what we want. We can go up and slice that plate. This is only a 1 color filament print. Looks like it's going to take about 41 minutes total with calibrations, and you can send it to your printer, and that's it. Let's say you want to export the file as an STL or just export it in general. You can come over and click the little drop down and click export, or go to the top left and export. Let's say you just want an STL of the final project that you did. You can, right here, you can download it and save it as an STL. Otherwise, you can go up and save it as a 3MF file by clicking the little down arrow, say export plate there with the sliced file, then click the button again and you'll get a 3MF file. That'll save your file either as an STL or a 3MF, and you can use it on any other printer you want. And it's really that easy to do. Now, it's not a perfect tool, and it's in kind of their experimental section. And I know that it's not going to be perfect, but you can always try running your picture again to see if anything changes or improves with the model or the mesh that you get. Now, personally, I would love to see the mesh keep a bunch of the texture, because if you noticed, the model had the texture, but when you went to the mesh, it got rid of a bunch of that texture. And I love the texture of these bunnies. Like, this is supposed to be a flower and it's really just a circle on this print here. So leaving the texture in would be awesome, but maybe that's gonna come in the future. You just never know. I do know that it's a really fun tool just to play around with though, and I highly suggest you give it a try. Now for the chocolate bunny, it came out really good like we talked about, and I used the STL Flix brown PLA filament. That's right, STL Flix now offers filament to go with their already high quality 3D models, and you can actually go into a model and it'll tell you exactly which one of their filaments to use to get the results they did with their models. That's super cool. That means you can open a model on STL Flix, it'll tell you which one of their filaments to use to get the best results for that model, like the colors that they got. And along with the colors of the filaments they used, you're gonna get a guide on how to slice it, detailed instructions, and the coveted media package if you're gonna sell their printed models. It's really the total package for 3D printing, and if you wanna check it out, like I said earlier in the video, there's a link in the description below. This brown really did come out so good for a chocolate bunny. It just kind of makes me wanna eat it. Speaking of eating it, I have one of the bunnies right here. This was the exact bunny that the picture came from. It's a Russell Stover milk chocolate, not sponsored. And while it is a little bit bigger and has more texture, you can actually see right there, it looks pretty dang good. It is pretty close. I'll get some, maybe some close-ups of this, maybe I won't get some close-ups of it because we're gonna take a bite. But you can kind of see the bunny from Russell Stover's here, and this one's actually mirrored. I did that on purpose so they could face each other. But man, it came out really good. I should have probably made this one a little bigger to match that. I was off by a little bit, but it came out great. I wish, again, that the AI would keep some of the textures. And what do you think? Does this look cool?
Yeah.
What about this one?
Yeah.
But pretty close, huh? Pretty close. Maybe like a dark chocolate version. I don't know. What do you think? Should we try a bite? Yeah, here. What do you want to bite? And you want to bite the ear? Here. Oh, try that one. We're gonna give this bunny a try. Pretty good. If you liked the video, please smash that like button. If you haven't already subscribed, I invite you to please hit that subscribe button. If you want to see more 3D printing, laser and CNC videos right here on The Edge of Tech. If you haven't seen the video where I take a photo and make a statue, that thing came out so good, check out that video next. Say bye!
Bye!